Holy hell. What the fuck going on? Ladies and gentlemen. I've been trying to work on getting the lighting right. Because I know it looks like dog shit when you can't fucking see anything. But like it's weird because sometimes I'll set up the light right here and I'll look fucking completely dark. But it's a hard thing. I don't know. You never think about lighting and how hard it is, but it's real fucking hard to get good lighting. It's hard to get fucking lighting just perfect. It looks like dog shit if you don't. How the fuck are you? Ladies, gentlemen, friends, family, brother, sister. How the fuck are you? I'm doing pretty fucking good, actually. I don't know how good yet, though, because I think something happened. I feel a lot better. I don't even have nicotine right now. I haven't smoked all day. I haven't drank in a couple days, which sounds like, ooh, a couple days, but brother, I thought I was gonna fall back on it, but last night, okay, so you do psychedelics like I have, all right? You know when your brain starts to get a little fucking rigid and starts getting solid, and because all of our brains do it, it starts becoming solid, and your identity starts becoming something that doesn't want to morph as easily as it did before, right? And that's what psychedelics help with, is they blow you out of that fucking bullshit, and you're like, okay, I can be as open and honest and just be what I want to be rather than I have to stay in these rigid characteristics like, oh, I'm a smart guy. Oh, I'm fucking athletic. I'm intelligent. All these fucking stupid words that we put on shit. They're labels. I was actually listening to this book today called The Divine Within by Aldous Huxley. And he was talking about how words and he was talking about how do I want to say it? He's talking about how like we fall in love with concepts and most people live in a world of concepts rather than a world of reality. Because you look at the moon and you think moon instantly. That's a concept in your brain is the moon. It's not this big rock in the sky that's got these craters and this texture it looks like, and you think moon and that's it. And that's how most people think and that's how our brain is like evolved and had to think, right? It's like you look at a chair, it's like chair instantly, but you don't see the essence of that form, where that chair came from, like the essence within the chair. It sounds nuts, but like it's like a flower. A flower. You look at a flower and you see a flower, or you see the concept of flower. You know what a flower is, but do you know? Have you ever felt what a flower is? If that makes sense, like you can feel that flower is alive, just like a tree, just like the grass. You can feel that stuff's alive, and just as real as another fucking human being. You can feel that these things are alive. And if you're living in a world of concepts, then you really have no idea what the nature of reality is because you look at everything and you're like, oh, computer, TV, this, that. So your brain's constantly naming and judging and trying to do this and that, trying to put everything in a box and that's useful. That got us to this point. Another thing that book made me realize, and I've never considered before, was words were created to pass down experience and well, he was talking. Okay, it's words were created to pass down experience, put from generation to generation. Okay, because you can teach somebody to do something, but that's a lot more. Like that's gonna take a lot more time than like talking to somebody about it. Like, what was I gonna say? Hold on, I had this concept in my head. Um, he was talking about how like there's a difference between knowledge and understanding, and that instantly made sense to me because I've been wondering, okay, why can't I just get people to understand what the fuck I'm talking about? Why can't I just spit? That's disgusting. Why can't I just like give somebody knowledge and then they fix themselves, right? That's how, that magically. I wish that would be how it was, but just because you give somebody knowledge doesn't mean that there's understanding. So you can give somebody like you can pass down knowledge from generation or you can pass down knowledge in written words, right? But you can't pass down understanding. That's where words come in, and how we pass these complex ideas from generation to generation as we learn. Say you want to be a fucking astrophysicist or whatever. I don't even know what the fuck they do. But you go and study astrophysics, you study the current knowledge of astrophysics, you study the past knowledge of astrophysics, you study the experiential knowledge of all the astrophysicists before you. And this accumulation of knowledge wrapped into your unique mind is what creates your knowledge of astrophysics, right? That's essentially what I'm saying. What am I saying? Is that I think that's what words were created for, was to pass down knowledge in an easier manner. And it's not just you'd have to spend a lot of time with somebody if we were just both silent and I'm trying to show you. I mean, I guess I could just show you, but I guess if it's like a video game, like okay, so I could sit there and spend all this time showing you like, oh no, the treasure chest behind there, just tell you where it's at. Or I could sit there and spend the time, which they both take time essentially, I suppose, but um, they both take time. It's just telling somebody rather than showing somebody is a lot faster, if that makes sense. And it just keeps getting faster and faster. I could text somebody how to do something now. And they're like, oh, bet, I got it. And I think that's what the thing is, okay? But I read this book today because, brother, last night was wild. It was wild, bro. Okay, let me just lay some scenery here. So I get off work, I hit the gym, I did leg day, so I fucking had an intense ass workout. And then I fucking got here, did the dishes, put my clothes away, showered, and then Chance got home after I was fucking sitting for a second. Or no, I was still putting my clothes away when Chance got home. And then he told me he had to talk to his girl, so I let him talk to his girl. And I was starting to get like antsy and shit, like sitting here, like, goddamn, I need to do something. So I went outside and I smoked a cigar, right? So up until me and Chance went and smoked, it was like 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock. No, it was like 7 o'clock. I don't know, dude. I was looking at the fucking. First of all, I was looking at the oven time, and that's 1 hour behind, so I have no idea what time it actually was, because I was fucking deceived by the oven. But also, after 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 I started the food, me and Chance went outside. I fucking we smoked, and it was weird, dude. It was real weird because the weed hit me like a motherfucking psychedelic, dude. It was intense. It was insane. Like I know it can do that, but like when you do it really like often, it starts to become like a foreign concept to your brain. Like oh, it just so like when you don't do weed very often, it's kind of like mushrooms or something intense like that, acid, something like that. But when you smoke it all the time, it becomes more like tobacco, where you get this short-lived feeling from it, but you're not really feeling the full intense experience of that substance. And so when you take some time away from it and then you reintroduce it to your system, that shit becomes strong, bro. And I started telling Chance I was scared and shit, bro, because I was scared. But when I told like I can rationalize myself through these experiences now because I've had so many. But like it always catches you off guard. You're never ready. You are never ready. Even mushrooms, acid, weed, none of them. You're never ready for the experience, dude. Even if you think you're ready, you're like, okay, I'm gonna be ready for this. When it comes up, I'll be fucking good. No, that's not how it fucking works, dude. It creeps up on you and you feel the placebo, And then once it hits, you fucking know it hits. Especially with acid, dude. The first time I ever tried acid, I was waiting 30 minutes, 45 minutes. I'm like, I feel a little weird. Like, did I get a fake tab? What is this? And then it hit after that 15 minutes. And I'm like, boom, okay, now it's fucking working. There's no question with this stuff, if it's working or not. Either it works or it doesn't. What the hell's honking outside? But anyway, so I was fucking pacing back and forth, dude. I fucking threw my watch back on because I already put it on the charger. I fucking had to check my heart rate and shit because I was like, I gotta make sure I'm good, which it was pretty high. It was at like 140, 150, and that could have been anxiety. That could have been anything. That could have literally been anything, but it felt intense. And it made me realize, dude, that I've been fucking playing around with myself because like that's why I started saying that your brain gets stuck and rigid and shit is because I I can now feel after a while when my brain starts to get rigid and stuck in a certain way of being, it starts to feel different. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to explain that in words to where like my experience and my perception of the world is different, and it feels like I'm getting locked in. It feels like I'm getting locked into like this way of being, and I don't like that. And I'm like, my brain now knows like, okay, I need a psychedelic soon. So I was gonna try these gummies that are at this liquor store that I've heard of. I don't think they're fucking approved by the FDA, but they're not disproved by the FDA either. So they're legal to sell. But why are people honking? Fuck off, dude. Can't you see I'm doing a podcast? God damn. These fucking disrespectful ass people. No, but so like I could feel that it was getting to that point that I needed something, you know what I'm saying? So I was gonna try those because I know a guy that's been trying them. He works at the liquor store. He's been trying them. Everybody knows what liquor store I'm talking about. Fucking everybody knows what liquor store I'm talking about. But so this guy said that it had muscimol in it, which muscimol is in Amanita muscaria mushrooms. Muscimol. Let's see. Muscimol. Muscimol is a psychoactive compound found in Amanita muscaria and other mushrooms. It has the following properties. Muscimol can produce sedative, hypnotic, depressant, and hallucinogenic effects. Mechanisms. It goes through the orthoesteric agonist for the GABA receptors. Yeah, yeah, that's all I got. That's what it is. But I was gonna try those, but then the weed snuck up on me last night, and it wasn't some like tiny little dose of fucking mushrooms, like a micro. No, it felt like I had taken 2 grams of mushrooms or something, and I was fucking tripping my balls off from this goddamn weed that I smoked. And I did take a pretty big dab, but it wasn't like that, dude. It wasn't like I've been smoking. I've slowed down significantly. I haven't been smoking all day anymore. Like I used to smoke all day long, dude. It was a good time. And well, it's a good time initially, but then it starts to suck after a while because then you don't feel it. It's like tobacco. You smoke too many cigarettes, you don't feel that shit no more. So you got to give it some time. You got to sit in the pain so that this is really gonna bother me. I should have I was gonna sand it off at work, but now I forgot. I got a fucking weld bead stuck on my goddamn watch. Let's see if we can get it off real quick. That's fucked up, dude. Why is it there? Sorry you guys have to witness this. This is my autism or whatever the fuck I have, bro. I cannot just let this sit here. That's fucked up. If I break my watch from doing this, that's gonna suck. What the fuck? It's literally welded to my watch. That's fucking crazy. It's a little piece of slag. I'm gonna have to sand it off on Monday. That's fucked up, dude. It's gonna bother the fuck out of me. Look at this. Oh shit. Okay, I didn't break it. You see that? Wait, no. There it is. Right there. That little fucking whelp bead's being a real piece of shit. A real piece of dog shit. That's alright. I'll put it back on. I'll just stop whining, okay? Bruh, when something like that, that's what I was talking about in the other podcasts, like when my glasses are off. Dude, when I have a hole in my sock, when there's something that's not normal, my brain freaks out, dude. It's like, what the fuck, dude? What is this? This is fucking nonsense. It's not like I freak out, but I hyperfixate on it, and I can't stop thinking about it. Why do I keep looking over there? Fuck you, Cody. I hyperfixate on it, and like it bothers the shit out of me. Like my brain is very good at hyperfocusing, and sometimes I don't even want to. Like if I think a body part is fucked up, like if I'm being honest, if I fuck a sketchy bitty, and I'm like I get the slightest itch, bruh, I'm like gotta go get tested now. But I've been tested like 3 times, dude, for STDs. Not, and I hadn't had anything. There was nothing. I'm just a fucking paranoid dude. That's like, hey, I'm not fucking doing this shit. I have one little itch and I'm fucking freaking out about it. Or like the hole in my sock. Or if I have a piece of rock or a piece of dirt, bro, I swear to God I'm autistic. There's something wrong because that's not normal. I can't just ignore it. There's no just ignoring it for my brain. I gotta fix that really quick, and then I'll get back on to the next thing. Like I was with this. See, it's gonna fucking bother me. I'm gonna get it off. I don't know how, but I'm gonna get it off because if I leave it there all weekend, man, my dad's got a sander. Maybe I'll use his. What else do we got to talk about? Yeah, I don't have nicotine. That's what I was saying. That's what I was gonna say. During that weed escapade I had, bruh, all that was on my mind was I need to stop smoking weed. I need to stop drinking. I need to spend more time with my family. I need to get my shit back together because I have been slacking a little bit. I won't lie. Started like slacking from the gym a little bit, drinking a little more. It wasn't like it was the past few weeks compared to that month I had off. That's the thing. Once you take a whole month off of something that you know was fucking with you, and then you try to go back, you already had that month of experience where you saw you were doing better. So there's no fucking going back unless you just completely ignore the knowledge and the experience that you had. But then you're lying to yourself. And I don't want to lie to myself. I never want to fucking lie to myself because then you can't know what's true and what's not. But I think I'm going to stick to it. Even weed, dude. As much as I love it, I think I need to take a break from it. Me and Chance are coming up on that anyway. Like, we're almost out. I think I'm just going to let Chance have the rest of it, dude, because we are going to take a tea break. And I don't want to drink on the tea break. I haven't been drinking coffee during the day either, which I think I'm going to use coffee on the weekends as my recreational substance from now on. Because coffee, if you don't use coffee very often, that shit is a fucking drug. That shit gets you hyped up. You feel good. You're like, I'm fucking. If you don't do coffee very often, it's awesome. But if you drink it every day, it's like nicotine or anything else. It kind of diminishes in value. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to get with substances. I'm trying to get to the point where I'm using the least amount for the maximum amount of benefit. Like, how much do I have to use of this substance? And there's no studies like this. I want to start a lab one day. If I get the money to start a lab, I'm going to start running these studies. How much of each substance do you get the maximum amount of risk or maximum amount of benefit with the least amount of risk? That's what we should be studying with substances. We shouldn't just be like, no, they're bad. We're not doing it. No, fuck that. Let's fucking test this shit. Figure out what's going on, man. And we'll fucking figure it out together. I'll test it on my goddamn. No, you can't test that shit on yourself. But that's the thing. You can't. How would you test that? Because most scientific studies are placebo-controlled studies. So anything outside of that, they don't like to put in there. So like that's why they don't let psychedelics in because a motherfucker's gonna know if they're on psychedelics or not. There's no placebo control for that. Like you can't just give them like fucking rice and be like, no, this is psychedelics. No, you can't do that. That's why they gotta test it in a different way. And maybe the way they're testing these certain substances now is going to impact how we test substances later. We should be testing risks and benefit factors, not good or bad. This is good and this is bad. Shut the fuck up. Just fucking test it. Test how many people die. Test how many fucking people lose their mind. If none, like weed and fucking mushrooms, there's a few people who cannot handle normal reality. If you cannot handle normal reality, do not try some other things. Like you can't experience normal reality without freaking out. That's your problem, dude. Don't be fucking throwing other shit in there, acting like you'll be able to handle it. No, it's not how it works. It's for people, but it's for the majority of people, I think. These substances, weed and shrooms at least, but because they're natural, they're 100% natural. They're the safest substances you can get. The LD50 is insane, which is how much you have to consume to overdose on these things. It's not even possible, dude. You'd have to put so much in a blender to fucking get to, and you wouldn't even be able to fucking process it, dude. You'd probably be throwing up and shit, dude. What? Let's ask Brave. I don't trust this search engine. Oh, why? What is the LD50 of, of marijuana? The LD50. This means that to induce death, a person would need to consume 20,000 to 40,000 times the amount of marijuana contained in a typical cigarette. So not even 1 gram is what a normal marijuana thing is, and you have to consume 20,000 to 40,000 times to die from it. Yet alcohol, you consume 2 or 3 bottles, your liver could fucking give out in the night. Like you don't know. It's toxic, dude. But what else we got in here? Sorry. I'm sorry I stopped talking. Interesting. Let's look up psilocybin, which is the active compound in magic mushrooms. Psilocybin. I forget how to spell it every time. Psilocybin. I don't know how to spell this shit. Psil. Psilocy. Just give me 2 seconds. I almost got it. I swear to God. Psilocy. Ben. No. That has to be it right there. If that's not it, I still spelt it wrong. See, this shit's hard to spell. What do we got? I want to know for humans, dude. I guess the humans probably never. Hold on. Just give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Based on the provided search results, the LD50 median lethal dose of psilocybin 280 milligrams when administered orally in rats, 285 milligrams when administered intravenously in mice, 12.5 milligrams when administered intravenously in rabbits. And it's essential to note that LD50 values can vary on species. No shit, I want to know humans. For humans, dude, not rats. Humans. There's no direct measurement of the LD50 of psilocybin for humans. They can't determine it yet. For rats, it's 280 though. So if you scale that up, I'm sure it's insane. Wait, let's look at this. All right. What is a normal milligram dose of psilocybin? I don't know how to spell this shit. Psilocybin in rats. What is the normal dose that they give these rats? 2 milligrams. All right. So 280 milligrams is the death. So 280 divided by 2, maybe 140. Wait a minute. 280 divided by 2 is a normal dose, but how do you scale that up? I'm not smart enough to fucking scale up rat science to human science, dude. There's no way I'm figuring that out. But what I am smart enough to discuss is a new weight loss drug I saw today, God damn it. I saw Ricezempic. All right, Ricezempic. Ricezempic is you strain. I don't ask me why this is a motherfucking trend. It's because our generation is fucking retarded, and the generations under us, if we don't get this shit together as this country, they're gonna be even fucking worse. We gotta get this shit together now. But a new trend that I saw today is fucking people straining rice, taking the starchy water, and fucking drinking it, hoping that it's going to cause weight loss like Ozempic does. What the fuck? They're drinking rice water because it makes you feel fuller longer. What are we talking about, dude? Why? Why are you doing this to yourself? You're going to drink rice water to lose weight? How about you fucking go take a walk? How about you go and fucking get into the gym? How about you fucking stop eating so goddamn much? What are we talking about here? Fucking why are we taking Ozempic in the first place, dude? It's so stupid. It's not just that it's fucking taking away fat. It's taking away bone density. It's taking away muscle density. So realistically, if you want to take Ozempic, you should be working out anyway because to minimize the bone density loss and the muscle loss. But also, who the fuck knows what's gonna happen? This is like a mass experiment we're running on people. Just like something else that happened, let's see, 44, almost 5 years ago that we cannot talk about. Something happened in 2020, we just don't remember. Everybody pretending like it's nothing. Everybody pretending like COVID just disappeared. I just said it. They better not fucking get me, dude. They better not get me. They better not. I'll be upset. I won't talk about anything else. Swear to God. This is the problem. I gotta self-censor myself and be worried about what I'm gonna say because they'll take it down if I say some bullshit. What do we got on the clock? We should almost be there, I think, huh? Not even gonna look. Not even gonna look yet. We're gonna fucking just think. What else do I got to talk about? But yeah, I feel like I shifted last night. Something shifted in my head. Because even now, I don't have nicotine, don't have weed. I don't have any interest in going to get it. That's what shifted. Normally, when I don't have the things, I'm fighting the urge to fucking not go and do it. But now I'm just content. It's like I fucking finally cracked it in my head that, hey, you don't need this shit all the time. You can have it every once in a while, that's fine, but every fucking day is not good. And it took so long in my head to get there, dude. Because I think it was because when I was a kid, to be 100% honest, when you put children on medication, like, and it's not my parents' fault, it's probably the fucking machine's fault that all these motherfuckers are tearing down the Department of Government Efficiency, Doge. They're about to tear all this shit down. But when you just give a kid pills in like and that's all that you're giving them. You're not teaching them how to be like obviously you're teaching them, but they need to be taught specific behavioral skills on how to deal with their fucking shit and not just giving pills to throw at all this shit because if you're just throwing pills at it, then they're going to look at this maybe it's not conscious, but subconsciously my brain did this. Subconsciously it's like, well, this pill fixes me and there's something wrong with me. So that means like to fix myself, I have to reach outside myself and put something inside of it to fix myself rather than just fixing myself from the inside out. If I can figure out why I have all these thoughts, figure out why I have all this anxiety, figure out why I'm the way I am through knowledge, experience, working out, all this shit that I've done, rather they would just have me fucking take this shit every morning for the rest of my life. And it was going down that way. Luckily, my dad got me off of it sophomore year. Because if he didn't get me off, I'd probably just be taking it forever. Like, to be honest, it's insane. They want you to take that shit forever. They want it forever, ever. It's fucked up, dude. I may ask Chance for a cigarette. I'd be a liar if I said I didn't want something. It's just not a strong feeling. It's not as strong as it used to. And I know that's why I said when I started, like, I don't know what's going to come of this, because I've had plenty of experiences. Sometimes my brain pulled me back in the direction, man. That's why I post everything on here. Or I talk about it on Snapchat, because who the fuck cares? I'm not perfect. I got my own problems. I fuck up sometimes. It's part of the fucking comedy of this shit, isn't it? Fucking good time. Watch me fuck up and watch you. You don't have to be the fuck up this time. Let me be the fuck up. Or I'll give you some advice sometime. We'll exchange it, alright? One day you'll be the fuck up. The next day I'll be the fuck up. One day you'll give advice. The next day I'll give advice. Alright? And then we'll work together, and through that maybe we'll become better people. Who knows? I'm gonna see where we're at. I knew we were getting close. What else do I have to talk about? What else is there? Uh, that, that reminds me when I was watching the Theo Rogan pod. When he runs out of stuff to say, he'll sit there and be like, "What else do we got?" And he did that on the Rogan pod. It was kind of funny, just because it was like Theo was doing a solo podcast, but Rogan was sitting there thinking, and then he started talking. Rogan started talking, but yeah, I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. I'm happy it's the weekend. I know it's only Thursday, but your boy doesn't work. I missed the trash can. That looked cool, but it wasn't cool. I went right over the trash can. This is why I need to keep my day job and not try to go and join the NFL or some shit. NBA. See, I don't even know what fucking sports. I don't even know what sports we're talking about. I am gonna watch the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight tomorrow, though. I really do. I want to watch it. It's the first shit. Like, I'm not into UFC. I know the most about UFC. I know that's boxing, but I know the most about UFC probably out of all sports just because I watch Joe Rogan's podcast and he talks about it quite often. I don't fucking know anything about any sports, dude. I was completely unathletic as a kid. Never ran a mile in school. Never did one push up. Never fucking did goddamn thing. I was a lazy fat sack of shit. And I still kind of am. I am a lazy fat sack of shit, but I get shit done now. Because you have to. Yeah, you could be lazy and fucking fit at the same time. It works. Bro, I can go a month without working out, and I guarantee I wouldn't lose much muscle. Because I work at work. And actually, when I broke up with the first chick I dated, I shouldn't tell her a chick. She's a woman. When I broke up with the first woman I was with, for a month, I didn't go to the gym, dude. I just took off because I was fucked up. I was smoking nicotine and doing fucking everything, dude. Shrooms, weed, drunk, or alcohol, and fucking, what's the last one? Nicotine, all four. I was fucking going hard, dude, for that whole month. I was fucked up. I was so fucked up, dude. And it was my own fault because I knew I had fucked up. That's why. Because it's so crazy because I was getting to the problem that the thing that fucked me up so much about that, bro, was that I was getting to a point where I was almost able to handle myself and shit. And then God's like, zoop, pulls the rug right out from under me, man. And I was tweaking, dude. I was tweaking. But the thing is, I thought I was getting somewhere. I don't think I would have gotten to where I am without that happening. I think it needed to happen. As much as I didn't want it to, as much as it fucking sucked, I was a big piece of shit, dude. And you can't just be a piece of shit your whole life. God's got to throw wrenches at you to fucking change your shit, or else you're gonna treat motherfuckers like shit your whole life. And nobody likes somebody like that. That's what we were talking about yesterday. There's societal impacts to being a dick. Or did I do a pod yesterday? No, the day before yesterday. I did end up running, dude. My knees were fucked up for like a day or two. I think it was because I had to skip leg day from when I ran that one time when I was drunk and I fucking stepped in the pothole and my ankle gave out and I fell on the ground. So I had to take a few weeks off for that. And then I fucking ran yesterday and my knees were fucking killing, dog. I keep looking at the time. That's my bad. My knees were fucking killing, dog. And then yesterday, I went into the gym. I was gonna do ab chest day, but I did a few like stretches and squats with my legs, and it did hurt a little bit at first. But I'm like, I ain't no goddamn pussy, and I finished. I just did my leg workout, and I'm glad I did actually, because I felt really good yesterday. Even with the scary part that I had, I knew it would pass. That's the thing. I knew it would pass. My test to see if I'm psycho or not, if I finally lost it, can I function in normal society? Do I take care of my responsibilities? Do I fucking go to work, clean my room, keep the kitchen clean? Do I take care of my responsibilities and am I still functioning as a normal fucking person? Not necessarily normal, because I've never been fucking normal, but am I functioning in society? That's all I want. Am I functioning in society? If I opt out of society or I can't function in society, there's a good chance I fucking lost my mind. Or I'm old and I fucking gave up on it. One of the two. Because one day I'm going to be living away from society. I'll still join society, I'll still be a part of it, but I want to ranch somewhere, have my fucking cows, my chickens, my sheeps, my fucking weed plants growing because it'll be legal by then. Hopefully. Get on it, Trump. Let's go. Let's go. Take it off the federal ban list. It's got medicinal benefits, so it can't. I mean, I guess Biden moved it to Schedule 4, but what the fuck does that even mean, dude? Come on now. Just change it to fucking. Put it like alcohol. Why can't it? Hey Siri, what schedule is alcohol? And that's not what I fucking said, stupid. This is why I don't talk to Siri. I know I've said that many times. She's a dumbass bitch. Hopefully Apple AI is better. What schedule is alcohol? How the fuck? That doesn't even make any fucking sense. Alcohol is not, it's not a controlled substance. What is it then? It's a substance and it's in a bottle. That sounds like a controlled substance to me, doesn't it? The fuck else would it be? Fucking, what are we talking about? This is why I don't trust these motherfuckers. Because how the hell are those controlled substances? How is coffee not a controlled substance? If I have a little one of those K cups, that's a controlled substance. It's a controlled amount of caffeine in this little cup. Sure, it's not fucking heroin, but how do we classify this shit? How did this even pass? And it doesn't make any sense how this shit even passed. How the fuck do we have a Controlled Substances Act? What the fuck are you gonna do? Not just to mention that, but the reason substances work is because we have receptors in our brain because our bodies create these natural chemicals. We create opioids, we create cannabinoids, we create adrenaline, we create fucking oxytocin, we create all this shit. We create psychedelics. That's the only reason any drugs have an effect in our brain is because we have receptors for them, meaning our brains evolved alongside these plants to take these plants in. Not necessarily in the amounts we do, but it can take exogenous or endogenous versions. And that, so basically when you're taking an exogenous version, you're just overloading the circuits, all right? But this is bothering me. See, listen, alcohol isn't a controlled substance in the United States, but it's federally regulated because of its many known health risks and potential for harmful use. Instead, alcohol is regulated by the federal government due to its potential for abuse and harm. The same snippet notes that the dangers of alcohol and tobacco are well documented, and some experts argue that if it weren't for the exemption, these substances would be classified as Schedule I drugs. In summary, alcohol is not a controlled substance, it is not assigned a schedule by the DEA, but is federally regulated due to its known health risks. See, we could do this with any substance. We could do this with any substance. Just make it a fucking... What does that even mean? That doesn't make any sense, dude. It's not a controlled substance. It's regulated by the federal government. Who regulates the controlled substances and who goes to jail and shit? The federal fucking government. So what are we talking about? This is so stupid. The war on drugs is the dumbest shit. If you look into it, it is one of the dumbest fucking things you could ever fucking look into. It is so stupid. It doesn't even make sense how it happened. It's so dumb. It blows your mind. And it's the reason I get so fucking heated about it is because it is the only subject that we are treated like children on. Even as adults. A 70-year-old man can't smoke a fucking marijuana joint? What are we talking about? That is a 70-year-old man and his government's telling him he can't fucking do it? He's 70 years old. Fuck you. Fuck you. Let that man do whatever the fuck he wants. He's a grown-ass man. Why are we letting grown men tell other grown men what the fuck we can and can't do with our own bodies? As long as you're not harming anybody else, trying to drive, do all that stupid shit. We already have laws for that. We have laws for driving under the influence. We have laws for hurting people. We have laws for rape and shit like that. All the horrible shit we have laws for. So why do we need these drugs illegal? Let people figure it out. Teach them. Give them the education. Teach them discipline. Teach them mental endurance. This needs to be taught at a young age. And then we won't be off the fucking rails trying to do whatever. It's like alcohol, all right? Alcohol is a great example because in Europe and other countries, they have a little glass of alcohol on holidays with their family. Little kids do, dude. Here, and as a result of that, I should say, they don't go after it like we do here. Here, it's like a forbidden fruit. We're like, ooh, I can't have it. You can't have it till you're 21. Woo! It's this fucking magical substance. So by the time you get your hands on it at like 15, 16, because let's be honest, nobody's fucking wait till 21. You're like, I'm gonna fucking drink all this shit, boy, you freak out. Fucking wild, dude. That shit gets me hyped up the most. The war on drugs is so dumb. It's so dumb. That might help my case becoming sober for a while. If I'm a sober boy, what the fuck are people gonna say? I just have information, experience now. I ain't even doing shit no more. But I think I'm gonna end this thing. Actually, before I end this thing, I'll tell you this dream I had the other night because I just remembered and it kind of scared me. I started looking around the room. I had a dream that I don't know where they came from, but 3 squirrels were in my fucking house and they were running around and shit. And one jumped on my back and I couldn't get the goddamn squirrel off. And fucking Chance comes walking out here. He's like, what the fuck? I'm like, squirrel! It's a motherfucking squirrel! I don't know. That's just what comes out of my brain. All right. I love you guys with all my goddamn heart. Bye.